All right, so I'm going to give you my thoughts on yesterday's debate with Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman versus Dr. Oz for the Pennsylvania Senate seat that is up for grabs on November 8th. Where do I even start? First of all, let's start here. First of all, what I saw yesterday was not, in fact, a debate. A debate entails long-form conversations. What happened yesterday was two candidates yelling out talking points that create sound bites that give people an idea of what they believe in. Enough of an idea. It was not a debate. It wasn't even close to being a debate. I know there's a debate moderator. I know it looks like there's two people about to talk to each other. That didn't happen. That's not a debate. Okay? Let's just start there. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. That was not a debate. Great. Moving on from there, John Fetterman is recovering from a stroke. He has something I believe is called auditory processing or something where he can't get his words out. And this was horrible for John Fetterman just on optics. Yes, his mind is there. Yes, he can speak, but he's definitely having trouble speaking. Okay? He's literally still recovering from a recent stroke. Okay. People who don't have strokes and do debates struggle in this format alone. Even Dr. Oz was just trying to just get as many words out as he could. Anybody who's given 60 seconds, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, which was a sequence throughout the whole debate, anybody given that short amount of time to tell us what they believe in is almost going to sound ridiculous, because you can't tell somebody what they believe in 15, 30 second and 60 second sound bites. It's almost impossible. We can get an idea. That's about it. So Dr. Oz even struggled with this, and John Fetterman definitely did struggle with it. Going into this debate, I knew it wouldn't change anything. I'm voting for John Fetterman, and I'm going to tell you why. Ideologically speaking, I'm on team working class, like John Fetterman. Nothing that was going to be said in that debate was going to change my mind either way. My mind's made up. Now, I'm not the, run-of-the-mill Pennsylvania voter who's not politically plugged in, like I am, and they're just kind of like, they show up during the voting season, and they might get something from that. And that, it might affect those voters. But as far as like hardline working class voters, we're with John Fetterman. That's painfully easy, right? So for a lot of us, it wasn't going to change anything. I worry about the swing voters. I worry about independent voters. I worry about the people who are not ideological in their views, where they kind of just float in the wind and they land on whatever side at whatever point, which is a lot of people in America in general don't have a set ethos, a set of values when it comes to voting. They don't vote values that much. They're just like, come on, you're a used car salesman, sell me a car. It's like how Trump won. He was just a glorified used car salesman. It was just like, just sell me something. Sell me your vote. That's how a lot of voters are in America. They don't care about ideology. And that's unfortunate, because the Trumps get in because of those people who don't have strong core working class values. And they get duped by snake oil salesmen like Mehmet Oz, like Donald Trump, and so on and so forth. You know their names. But this was the one and only debate. And, you know, it's nothing I didn't know going in. John Fetterman is for raising the minimum wage. Mehmet Oz is not. John Fetterman is for universal health care. Dr. Oz is not. John Fetterman wants to codify Roe versus Wade into law. Dr. Oz literally said a woman's choice is between local politicians and their doctor. He literally said that. So I mean, if you're plugged in and paying attention and have even the weakest of ideologies, you know who Mehmet Oz is, and you know who John Fetterman is, and you will vote accordingly. You have a working class guy, and you have a corporate goon, okay? And, you know, most of us know who we're voting for. But on pure optics alone, I would even say Dr. Oz won because he didn't have a stroke. I mean, it's like not because he had better ideas or any ideas. It's just because he didn't have a stroke. I don't know. Like, Fetterman shouldn't have even agreed to this on optics alone. Just optics alone. Okay. It wasn't even necessary. He could have done Biden's basement routine. When Biden won the 2020 election, like more than half the time, he was just in his basement doing nothing. Just not being Trump was enough to beat that guy. I think Fetterman should have done that. This debate was worthless. And if it's worth anything, it's actually in Dr. Oz's favor, simply because of optics. Because the right's going to take, he's not fit for office. The guy had a stroke. He's not mentally competent. All this ableism, trust me, it's all going to be coming out in droves against John Fetterman, that he's not able to do the job. And, I mean, when I think of like disabled politicians, I think of FDR. FDR was, without a doubt, one of the best presidents we ever had. And he was a disabled man. He did everything from a wheelchair. Most people who reason honestly aren't going to buy the ableism. They're going to read right through it and like it's just a cheap gut punch. And it means nothing to people who have ideology, who believe in what Fetterman is saying. So let's just hope those people show up. Let's hope, the Roe versus Wade people show up. The 167 million Americans that lost their constitutionally protected rights show up in Pennsylvania and across the country. Let's hope they all show up. But that's my 2 cents. I don't need to break anything down. If you know Fetterman, you know Oz by now, it was just them trying to shovel out talking points that we already know about their campaign. Anyways, let me know what you saw, what you heard, what you think, what you feel down below. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. Leave me a comment.